guys, it's Treasure and welcome back to my chest. So I came to a realization this week and I thought maybe it would be a good idea to talk about it because I'm learning new things about myself and realizing things by myself sometimes when I'm seeing things out loud or thinking about things constantly that just open my eyes to stuff. So if you've been on my channel and have watched most of my videos, you know that I had an ex, that relationship was very toxic. A lot of things happened that kind of traumatized me and ruined my perception of relationships and men in general. I will say though that he is not the only man that has ruined my perception of men. I just think that I've had so many situations that were negative with men, one after the other, constantly. And even when I thought that like, hey, that one's different, blah, 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 something would happen. And then I'd be like, okay, he's just like the others. They are all the same. Obviously, I don't want to generalize. And I've said it before that like, obviously not all men are the same, but from my experience, it's just the same pattern on and on and on. And no matter what I do, I feel like they are shit. And I have noticed that I have never really allowed myself to date again since my last relationship. And I have made my video about how I'm queer and I have a hard time navigating that. And I've been wanting to be a little bit more open to women, and just it's just hard for me to get there. But you know, I was kind of acting and talking like I was kind of closed off to men. And yeah, the other day I was kind of thinking about that and I was like, wait a minute. So I know that once you start healing yourself and once you start doing the work on yourself, you will attract different people. You want to attract the same people that you've always been attracted. Like if you were attracting horrible friends because you hated yourself and you were putting yourself in situations where you were attracting people that were taking advantage of it, if you love yourself and you put those boundaries, you're not going to be attracting these friends anymore because they're going to clock it and be like, oh no, we can't do what we usually do to that person because she changed and she healed and now she kind of sees what we're trying to do, so it's over with. And after my last relationship, I closed myself off to dating completely. And I don't even entertain men at all. Like I don't, if I get DMs from men, I ignore. If I get like, I don't have any more dating apps. They're all deleted. They have been deleted for at least a year or more. I have been celibate for more than a year and a half. And I didn't notice how long it had been. And now I'm just like, oh, it's been a while. Because I think I'm just at a point where I don't want to put up my body count for moments that are just not worth it. Okay, I've had so many men who I have talked to, they hype themselves up. And then when we get to actually, you know, having fun, it's nothing from what they said that they could do and they would do. You know what I mean? And I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'd rather just not have sex than have sex and not be worth it. Or have sex or put up my body count for men that are not worth it. And I just got over it. And I've been constantly like on hermit mode, not going out, not doing this and this and that, not talking to anybody. Like even there was this guy at a gym I used to go, and he was my type, like 100%, but I've never had the guts to go towards him because even if I have a different energy from him, I'm still scared. I'm still scared as shit. And now I'm fucking 5 minutes in, I still haven't fucking talked about my realization. Talking about the healing, talking about me hating men, I have noticed that despite me doing the healing, despite me doing the work and knowing 100% that now that I am this version of me and not the version that used to hate herself, I would not be attracting the same man that I used to attract. Yet I have never let myself try it. I have never let myself, like, I haven't allowed myself to try while I was healed and working on myself. like I literally just noticed that I am putting every man in the same bubble, yet I didn't try and put myself out there to see what type of man I would attract as the person that I am now. I never gave my chance to, because I had been so traumatized and so scared of my last relationship that I didn't even fucking try. And I don't want to be the girl that looks for a relationship, because I'm not looking for no relationship, okay? Because exactly the healing that I've had made me realize that I don't need a relationship. You want a relationship, you don't need it. And now that I know that I like don't need a relationship, I haven't been looking for it. And I'm not looking for a relationship right now, but my roommate made me realize that like I'm being very, very closed off and very, very bitter, and like putting everyone in the same box just because of my experience. But like when I think about my experience with men, it was always, sorry, my mom fucking texted me and distracting me. Every time that I've had experiences with men, it had always been while I was unhealed, while I wasn't working on myself, while I was doing this and that. And it feels crazy to me that I have just noticed that I haven't like tried at all. Like every time that I've had horrible men come to me was when I hated myself, when I felt like I had nothing to lose, when I felt like my life was just a shit show and it was never gonna get better. Every time that I have let a man come and disturb my peace, it has always been when I didn't fucking love myself and when I didn't fucking respect myself. And here I am to this day in 2025, after like, my nose is itchy, sorry. After at least, I've been celibate for like a year. I guess we can just say it's been like a year and a half. The last year and a half that I have had is the year that I have worked the most on myself. And here I am still like not opening the door to men, because I'm just like, oh yeah, but like men are this and men are that. Yeah, but like all the men that you attracted were men that you attracted when you didn't respect yourself and didn't love yourself. And the reason why I felt like I wanted like to talk about this is because I have noticed on the internet that the division between women and men is getting way more intense. I feel like the man hate is getting way more intense, and then because of the red pill fucking bullshit on the internet, then men are starting to fucking think that women are a certain way, and it's just men are hating women are hating men, and then no one's dating, and everyone's saying that the dating pool is shit because everyone is just, we're getting like too scared to experiment. We've all been hurt. We've all had situations where it has ruined our perception of the other sex, and then everyone is scared to get hurt again, so no one is trying anymore. No one wants to try anymore. Women are just like, we don't need men, might as well just be alone. And then men, the ones that are good have like, every time I make videos, my nose is never itchy, but when I film a video, it wants to be itchy. And now I lost my train of thought. Amazing. Fucking amazing. But yeah, I feel like for some reason most of the good men have had horrible experiences with women that have ruined their perception of women. And then there's the women who we've all had more like horrible situations with men, and then it ruins the perception of men. But again, I will say it again. Every time that a man fucked me up mentally, I did not love myself and I did not respect myself. And now I'm just wondering what would life would be, or what would have my experiences be if I would have let myself be open to it, if I wouldn't have been this closed off completely and this bitter this whole time. How would I have had fallen on someone that wasn't that bad? I don't know. So I don't know, I just wanted to chat about this. Maybe I also wanted to say, like, maybe I'm learning the lesson right now. Being closed off completely is probably not a good idea. Like, obviously we all want to be like on a hermit mode and be like, I need to focus on this and this and that. But like in the last video, I said that I want to live my life, and I think that I should be living my life, and that the way that I'm gonna get creative and inspired is by living experiences, feeling my emotions, feeling the feelings, feeling life, living my life. And being closed off in my room like a fucking hermit for the past like 7 or 8 months is not letting me experience anything. Like, I've gone to concerts. That's about it. I don't do anything. I stay in my room, and then I'm over here like, why am I not inspired? Why am I not this and that? Why doesn't no one come to me? Maybe because you lock yourself in the room. I don't know. You think people are just gonna show up in your bedroom? Life would be nice that way, right? But yeah, that was my little realization. Wanted to share with you guys. If you've had I was gonna say similar experiences, I guess it is. If you've been kind of like me, kind of super closed off to men and blah 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 blah, ask yourself the same questions. Have you let them a chance while you were on this journey? Because I have not. And now I'm actually really curious. I'm like, what type of man would I attract if I put myself back on the market? Like, I want to see if it does a difference, if there's a difference. Give men the benefit of the doubt. You know, I can't blame all these men that have treated me like shit if they have treated me like shit in a moment in my life where I was treating myself like shit. If I wasn't respecting myself and I wasn't loving myself, how could a man come into my life and do that for me? See, that's also why I need to make the video about when I was seeking for relationships, because that's the thing. When you fucking work on yourself and you finally love yourself, that's when you realize that you don't need a relationship. And when you need one, you have one. It's supposed to like add on to your life, not fucking drain you or cause problems or cause, you know, all these fucking issues. And you shouldn't find the validation into a relationship. Like, most people want a relationship because they don't love themselves, and then they want people to love them, to validate them. But it's just like, if you don't love yourself, how could someone love you the way that you deserve to be loved? You know, it's just like RuPaul said, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell ain't nobody gonna love my brain fucking, I think I'm gonna stop this here. Bye.